What is the European Union? The European Union is a unique partnership between European countries, known as member states. Together, they cover much of the European continent. The EU is home to over 446 million people, which corresponds to around 6% of the world's population. Citizens of the EU member states are also citizens of the European Union. The EU is currently made up of 27 countries. The flag of the European Union is made up of 12 golden stars on a blue background. It was adopted in 1984 by the European Union, which was called the European Economic Community at the time. The design symbolizes the people of Europe, with the circle representing their union. The number of the stars never changes, it is always 12, representing perfection and entirety. How does the European Union work? You often hear in the news that Brussels has decided this and that. But what does that actually mean? Who or what exactly is Brussels? How do the EU institutions work together? So they actually work together in a complex and unique process that involves not only the institution but also member states and EU citizens. Official languages in the EU. The European Union has 24 official languages. Why are there so many? The EU would not exist without its member states and citizens. People have the right to know what is being done in their name. They must also be able to get actively involved in the EU affairs without first having to learn a foreign language. Did you know that you can write to the EU institution in any of the 24 official languages and receive a reply in the same language? The EU has grown from 6 to 27 member states. The largest, Germany, has around 82 million inhabitants, while the smallest, Malta, has 400,000 inhabitants. Europeans speak different languages and use 3 different alphabets: Latin, Greek, and Cyrillic. There are different traditions, cultures, foods, and festivals. United in diversity. This is the EU motto, and they represent what the EU values are all about. While each EU country has its own cultural, language and tradition, they all share the same common values and must respect them if they want to be part of the European Union. These values are set out in the Lisbon Treaty, signed in the Portuguese capital in 2007. European values. Human dignity. Human dignity is inviolable. It must be respected, protected, and constitutes the real basis of fundamental rights. Freedom. Freedom of movement gives citizens the right to move and reside freely within the Union. Individual freedoms such as respect for private life, freedom of thought, religion, assembly, expression and information are protected by the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights. Democracy. The functioning of the EU is founded on representative democracy. Being a European citizen also means enjoying political rights. Every adult EU citizen has the right to stand as a candidate and to vote in election to the European Parliament. EU citizens have the right to stand as candidate and to vote in their country of residence or in their country of origin. Equality. Equality is about equal rights for all citizens before the law. The principle of equality between women and men underpins all European policies and it's the basis for European integration. It applies in all areas. The principle of equal pay for equal work became part of the Treaty of Rome in 1857. Although inequalities still exist, the EU has made significant progress. Rule of law. The EU is based on the rule of law. Everything the EU does is founded on treaties, voluntarily and democratically agreed by its EU countries. Law and justice are upheld by an independent judiciary. The EU countries gave final jurisdiction to the European Court of Justice, which judgments have to be respected by all. Human rights. Human rights are protected by the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights. These cover the right to be free from discrimination on the basis of sex, racial or ethnic origin, religion or belief, disability, age or sexual orientation, the right to protection of your personal data, and or the right to get access to justice. The Action Plan sets out concrete initiatives to turn the European Pillar of Social Rights into reality. It proposes headline targets for the EU by 2030. European Citizens Initiative. You can have your say about what is happening in the European Union during the many citizens' dialogues that take place across the EU. Here, you'll have the chance to discuss European issues with commissioners and other high-level representatives. EU citizens can also launch or support a European Citizen Initiative. 1 million people, or just 0.2% of the EU population from at least 7 EU countries are needed to launch a European Citizen Initiative. The Schengen Area. Safe and easy travel in the EU. Traveling in Europe is much easier than it used to be. Most EU countries and some non-EU countries have signed up to the Schengen Agreement, named after the village in Luxembourg where the first agreement to abolish border controls was signed in 1885. You are protected. To travel in Europe, all EU citizens in all EU countries are protected by a full set of passenger rights when traveling by air, rail, ship, bus or coach. Protected when buying package holidays, meaning that the company that sold them the holiday must deal with their complaint. Protected if a tour operator or airline goes bankrupt. Able to ask for help at any other European country, consulate or embassy when traveling to a country outside of the EU, if their own home country is not represented there. You can check your EU passenger rights anytime and anywhere, simply downloading the Passenger Rights app. Study, train and work anywhere in the EU. Thanks to the Erasmus Plus program, many young people take advantage of the right to full freedom of movement between EU countries. As an EU citizen, you have the right to train and study anywhere in the EU under the same condition as national. Work anywhere in the EU and benefit from the opportunities offered by an EU-wide labour market. EU also gives you the opportunity to live a multicultural volunteering experience abroad, thanks to the platform like SVE or European Solidarity Corps.